Good blessed Saturday morning, October the 7th, 2023. It's about 7:33 a.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings. A peace and the blessing of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. Doesn't matter if you like what I produce or on social internet or what I say or do. That's your prerogative. You have a First and a 14th Amendment rights to the United States Constitution. Freedom of speech, freedom to associate peacefully, freedom to gather peacefully in protest. But I'm over here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, on the east side of town. This is the Waffle House where the chief of police here in Charleston, Missouri, Robert, they call him Bobby Hearns, the chief of police. This is where he hang out at. Now, whatever I say is always if the shoe fit, wear it. He hangs out here with his Ku Klux Klan buddies. That's right, what I said, KKK, Ku Klux Klan buddies. Now, first what I want Anthony Mooney, his captain, and one of his officers, a military man, Austin Henson, to know that Robert Hearns sits in here telling y'all personal medical business. Now, I'm going to tell you how I know. You see, R, Raymond Research and Recovery, the Underground Railroad, we have people, even moles in the Ku Klux Klan. We have moles in the courthouse. We have them in the sheriff department. We have them in the police department. We have them over there at 700 Cy Williams up there right in Paul Page, the executive director of the housing, Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. We have them up over there with Lester Gillespie. We got him in his Stella Consulting. We got it in his Fresh Start Performance Center. We got them all over. But let me tell you what they let me listen to Robert Hearns first. Anthony Mooney, I'll go with rank first. Robert Hearns is recorded saying that I'm trying to find a way to get rid of Anthony Mooney, Captain Mooney, so I can replace him. He can't do nothing with his shoulder, and when he come back, he won't be able to pass the physical. How would I know that personal business, Anthony Mooney? Austin Henson, he said Austin gonna be out for about 5 or 6 months or more for his surgery. How did I know that, Austin? But let me tell y'all something. Check out the people that's leaving, the good officers that's leaving here. You see, I'm gonna tell you another thing about him. Now, he done emailed, I got record where he sent it to me. He sent me when I filed a complaint because the police didn't write a police report when I was attacked. And it was obvious that I was attacked. He had in his response that the officers looked at the video, a officer looked at the video, and he didn't see no attacks. But I put on there showing him when it was. But let me show you something else. You remember what Lester did on August the 26th, 2023? You see, the cameras at the C.F. Bowen Center is not on, but my camera was on. What happened on September the 23rd, 2023, in the 700 block of Vine Street in the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority, on that family's, on the property that the family live on the Housing Authority, 3 known felons came over there and beat him up, broke his rib, fractured his ribs. He showed the police the reports. I mean, his rib. They didn't take any pictures, and the felons is still out on the streets. But let me tell you something else about these same felons now. A week later, these same felons, now ain't no cameras on the working, they claim, by the C.F. Bowen Center where Lester did what he did. They say ain't no cameras working over here on Vine Street in the 700 block in the projects. They said ain't no cameras working where 8 days later, the same felons that jumped on this guy and fractured his ribs, they shot at an individual on Warhouse in Charleston, Missouri by the projects, in between Warhousing in Vine and Warhousing in Gale. People called the police, but guess what? The police didn't show up. Same white felons still on the streets. A week later, shooting at this around the this last past weekend. Now, Robert Hearns and them won't do nothing about it. You know why? Because these felons is working hand in hand with them. But this way he hang out most times. Let me show you where he go to church. Him and the sheriff, this is where they go to church. And I ain't got nothing against the other people that go to church here, but the two highest ranking law enforcement officials, the Mississippi County Sheriff, Brenton Farrow, he always tell me it's not Brent, it's Brenton Farrow, and Chief Hearns, the chief of police, this is where they go, y'all. Now, it's a lot of good people that go to this church, but at the same time, it's a lot of high-ranking ones that's a part of the Ku Klux Klans that go here. That's the church there. Now, the blacks in the NAACP, Rodney Jones and the rest of them, Steve Betts, Lester Gillespie, now they was complaining about the county moving the voting from the black community to here, to the white church. But they ain't gonna tell these people this, but they work hand in hand with these same individuals that oppress most of the black neighborhood and most of the whites that live in the black neighborhood. But I'm gonna show you the newspaper, even though it had the assault on the individual at 714 Vine Street on the 23rd of September. The next newspaper for October the 3rd, the Enterprise Carrier, it don't have no police reports in there. You know why? Because they know the individual that got shot at called the police. The police still, these individuals are still out on the streets. I'm gonna be back in a little bit. Now this is the church where we used to go vote at here for years. It's here this is the First Assembly of God. Majority of the blacks here that's the majority of blacks here on this side of town. But this is on the corner of Vine Street in Maine. Vine Street is a popular street, ain't it, y'all? But Maine is a dividing line from east and west. Okay, down the street there at the let me see if I can get it. At the stoplight down there is Marshall Street. It's the dividing of north and east and west. And this is the dividing line of north and south, Maine is. But they moved the voting, they closed this voting thing and having all of it where I just showed y'all, which is 700 East Marshall Street at the United Methodist Church. Now, here it is. I was barred from the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority properties by the executive director, Paul Page, a letter that he typed up, I believe it was March the 9th, 2022. he had a officer by the name of Officer Mark Higgins to deliver it to me on the 12th of March 2022, saying that the residents the residents of the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority and his employees of the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority feel threatened about me. So I couldn't go. That's what we used to have the NAACP meetings at 700 Cy Williams Avenue, used to be known as Elm Street. The Housing Authority is a part of that building too. But I couldn't go no more. And then all the other individuals, like Rodney Jones and Steve Betts and some of the other people that didn't normally come to the meeting, especially since I had joined and my two young daughters, they since let their membership expire because they don't see nothing the NAACP doing. But Rodney Jones came there and my daughters and them said that he told them that let's protest about them moving the voting place from this here place here, this First Assembly of God, to the United Methodist Church. That's what he said in the meeting. But you ain't heard him say nothing else. You will see him on news breaks with these same people from that church. The chief of police, Robert Hearns, the sheriff of Mississippi County, Charleston, Missouri, Brenton Farrow. You'll see him right along with these people. Steve Betts too. Gillespie, all of them. But if you're going to complain at the NAACP meeting, I'm going to let the people know that you don't approve of them. You wanted it to be at y'all church, at your Steve Betts church, who don't do a doggone thing for the black community. Now, you got some good members there. But Steve Betts, Rodney Jones, Lester Gillespie, all of them just like they no different than the Ku Klux Klan. Anybody associate with them. But I'm going to go ahead and go back. I just wanted to let them know, let the same people that Rodney Jones be going up against the black folks for, let them know that he didn't like that they moved it there. They wanted to move it to Steve Betts' church. You might as well move it there because you got Ku Klux Klan meetings going on there too. I'm not through, y'all. Now right down here on the September the 23rd, this is when 3 felons, 2 guys and 1 female, beat up a white guy right in this area here, right on Housing Authority property. See, I couldn't have come on the property to help them because I'm barred. You'll see it in the newspaper about an assault, but the people is still out on the streets. Now I'm finna go right around the corner where these same felons, about 7 or 8 days later, around the 1st of October, was shooting at a white guy. Now this vehicle behind me is it seemed like they kind of follow me, white folks, you know, maybe the ones that I've been complaining about. But one thing about me, if they shoot at me or try to harm me, I know the police ain't gonna do nothing, but you can bet when a person try to take my life, I'm gonna take care of my business. On this same street, this is War Housing, right here, on the corner of War Housing in Vine. War Housing and Gale. That's War Housing and Vine. Now both places, here's a white guy was being shot at right on this little street here, to this little strip here. And they disappeared. No cameras. There's 4 to have cameras all over here. Over there where the other guy got shot, jumped on. But ain't that mysterious? The felons know ain't no cameras because the police chief and Lester Gillespie and the rest of them is letting it be known. But I ain't done. Y'all remember I was telling y'all about the Enterprise Carrier newspaper that we get here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. Now I want you to notice it says it comes out weekly, every Tuesday. Cover like about a 6-day span. This one saying Tuesday, September the 26th, 2023. Now, another thing I want y'all to look at again. Here, Lester Gillespie saying that this is one of his many programs he making money off of. He said strengthening families. But this past Wednesday at the Mississippi County Courthouse 33rd Circuit, an individual that I love him like he's a son of mine or a nephew. He called me uncle. Some people get mad when I speak about how Lester using him. He has an addiction, a drug addiction. But Lester, every time he come out of prison, Lester let him work for him, giving him money up under the table. And the man is in prison, came back from prison for 3 other cases for stealing out of Casey's service station or convenience stores. And the judge asked him, when was his last employment? The judge know him. Everybody know him. He good brother if he can get off of them drugs. But he can't get off them drugs because Lester Gillespie got the sources to send him to them places. But he did them just like he did my children's mother. Knew she was addicted to heroin and crack. Instead of trying to help her with the Gibson Center and other places, counselors, he fed it to them to use them. The women, some men for sex. My daughter mother said that he liked men and women. Said he don't sleep with his wife. But anyway, this man, the judge asked that man Wednesday when he went to court, he said, when was your last employment? Now, he is incarcerated, coming from the pen, coming on some more cases that he caught here. And he said he don't know. And then he said, well, I was working with Lester Gillespie with the children's. Now, see, the judge and the prosecuting attorney is getting familiar because they know the criminal history of the individual. You see what I'm saying? Knowing that this individual is a good man if he can get off that stuff, but he can't get off of it because this man that talking about he's strengthening families, he destroying families. Lester Gillespie, he destroying families. All you got to do is look at the majority of the people that he hired. Besides his hierarchy, you look at their family members, drugs, violence, murders in the black community. But I want to go on. Lester Gillespie is destroying families. Look how his family is progressing. Buying homes, fixing them up, claiming his Fresh Start Performance Center, use the address on Google for them. But I'm going to leave that alone right now. I want to get back to them shootings I was telling y'all about. Now, you remember which paper this is. Now, this is the East Prairie's police summary. You see when it go from 9/15/23 through 9/12/23. Okay? Now, that's about a 6-day period, ain't it? Now, let's go down to the Charleston, Missouri police summary. It goes from September the 17th, 2023 to September the 23rd, 2023. September the 23rd is when that young white guy, his pregnant wife she since then had the baby, and a little bitty child about 3 years old, maybe 4 at the most, was assaulted by these felons that I was telling y'all about. Now, they have part of it in the newspaper. You see where it said 9/23/23? It says, an officer investigated a disturbance. They called that a disturbance. The man was beaten on the housing authority property where he lived. Him and his wife and they 2 children, with 3 children now. A disturbance at 714 Vine Street. Formal assault charges are pending. This man's ribs was broke. Formal charges are pending. This man was assaulted. His pregnant wife was assaulted. But I just wanted to show y'all now. Now, you see that? A week later, about on the 8th of October, this would normally cover that. You see this say, this is the Enterprise carrier again, Tuesday, October the 3rd, 2023. Now let's go to that same page 3. Okay, we got the East Prairie summary, right? And it goes from 9/22/23 to 9/28/23. Let's go look down here, y'all. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. No, maybe something missing out of here. What's that? Page 3? You don't see no summary at all. The public don't know about that shooting that I was telling y'all about. The white guy running for his life. Because the same fella that jumped on this other guy here, guess what? Him and some more people shooting at that individual. But you see, that's page 3. You see the summary there, but you don't see the one in the other one. Something is going on that they trying to hide it. KVS 12. Now in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and all these other places, they have it on the news. Shot fired at such and such. Man shot at. Man beat up. Wife pushed down. Pregnant. But let me go outside. None of these places got cameras anymore. So happened. Where's the Charleston, Missouri executive director that barred me from the housing authority, saying that I'm a threat to the residents and his employees? It's something wrong, ain't it, y'all? As I bring this here to an end, all these places used to have cameras. That pole. All these places, I forgot to tell y'all down at the end. A black female was jumped on in front of her own apartment in the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. But guess what? She get arrested for protecting herself. The white guy tried to protect himself, but the police talking against him. The other white guy running for his life. Right here. That's Vine and Warhouse. Running for his life on this one little block. But what was the police at? What did the police do about Lester in front of on Boone Street when I was on the dead end? They didn't do nothing. What did they do about Lester on December the 7th, 2022 at 603 Lee Street when he was forcing his way into that house that he was renting out to a female that wouldn't give him no sex? She said, number one, he's not her type. Number two, from what the other females done told him, he's not a good performer. Number three, he said he don't sleep with his wife, but he will sleep with men and women. Why didn't they arrest Lester for what he did to her? Why didn't they arrest Lester for what he did to me on August the 26th, 2023? And did to the female on December the 7th, 2022, about 5-something p.m. You know why? Because of what I told y'all, all of them is working hand in hand with them. Steve Betts got something that's supposed to have been the community center, but it's the family center, and that's exactly what it is. It ain't for the community. And there's no disrespect to some of his members that stand on God's law. Peace be still.
We could be doing really getting busy.
Right. Exactly. Let us enjoy ourselves. Why are he being like, that's why you're not to turn it off.
You gonna buy that, ain't you? Huh? You gonna buy that? No, I just don't want it. Do we need to say that song? Because why can't we?
Right. Like, exactly. Why you so mad? Exactly. No music.
Music will get us hurt.
Exactly.
He said if don't nobody leave, he finna mace them.
Oh my God.
Never. Look at him. He's shaking up the mace.
Oh my God.
And then everybody running. I would never run. That's illegal. Go.
anything you need, sir?
Is there anything else that you needed?
I'm not leaving my property until we go leave together.
Is there anything else?
I don't even trust that with you.
Is there anything else that you?
Okay, why don't you trust her with me?
First of all,
Hold on, wait, stop.
You did.
this is my house.
You own the house, but you rent it, sir.
Stop it.
Listen to me, man. Fred.
Yeah.
Okay, go on and do what you're gonna
I'm
do.
going to do what I'm doing. I'm taking a report.
Yeah, and I'm gonna call fire. I can call Brent.
Don't do that to him, because he ain't even done nothing.
No,
This is what you're doing. You getting
I
on
opened
to
that door 'cause
everybody.
she's in the way.
But you getting
She
on
was
to
standing behind us,
everybody.
so you committed an assault.
You getting on to
And a
everybody.
burglary because you can't go into your house if you've rented it to somebody.
Let me tell you what happened, sir.
You barged into the door. I seen it.
The door was open.
Y'all stop.
The door was
The door
closed.
was open, but she was
And
standing
she was
behind
standing right there. And I asked her, we coming in.
Pushed it over.
You said she was a
Now we
sheriff.
can do this. You can leave or you can go to jail with me. How about that?
Sir, listen to me, man.
Okay.